creative people are dramatic, and we use negative drama to scare ourselves out of our creativity with this notion of wholesale and often destructive change.
Stop. I got questions now.
Yes.
What's negative drama?
So basically what she's talking about in this moment is like how, you know how you have like anxiety?
Yeah.
Right? We'll use the anxiety of how we're going to do something to stop us from actually taking the step to do it. Because we're like, okay, say I want to write a script for a movie. You're thinking, oh, I gotta move to Hollywood. Oh, I gotta move to such and such. Or, oh, I gotta break up with my wife or my husband. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like, just write the book, write the scripts, you know, and then take the next step. And so she's basically saying that we stifle our own creativity trying to know every move. Perversely, jealousy strips us of our will to act when actions hold the key to our freedom.
Jealousy.
Yeah, so basically what she's saying here is we'll look at other people and see what they're doing and be upset and be like, oh, you ain't that good or you ain't such and such, when you're the one that's afraid to even take the step that they're actually taking.
Now, as an artist, you get that a lot? People's jealousy?
I get told about it.
You're told about it?
I get told about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So people don't say it to your face? You don't be in the comment section saying anything?
No, because that's not my personality.
Okay.
You know? But no, I get, if there is any jealousy, I'm told about it, or someone else has observed someone else. And I'm like, oh, interesting. Okay.
So they're afraid to say it to your face?
I mean, what jealous person goes up to you and says, I'm jealous of you?
Yeah, that's true.
They just will just generally hate on you and be like,
yeah,
or pretend to be your friend, or
yeah,
whatever the case may be that makes them feel better in whatever way. You know, because they just don't want to deal with their own issues as far as, I'm not happy with where I am.
yeah.
So she was also saying that jealousy is a map. Each of our jealousy maps differ. So basically she's saying that you can locate yourself by what you're jealous by. If you're jealous of, you know, Flo over there making cookies, you know, on TV, then maybe you need to start a catering company, or maybe you need to, you know, host some events, you know, and build a brand.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what you're longing to do or what you're looking for. So she was saying you can locate yourself by what you're jealous by.
How do we get to this moment?
You stopped and asked me if you could do an interview for my feet and mental health.
Exactly. Why'd you say yes?
Because I'm not doing anything right now.
All right, awesome. What do you think about the subject matter? What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
My feet?
Yeah, and mental health. Well, individually or together?
I mean, mental health, I feel like it's a big topic.
Okay.
Feet? I'm not sure about feet.
Why do you think mental health is a big topic?
Because I feel like everyone knows mental health.
You think
like,
so?
100%.
Okay.
There's always something that happens in someone's life.
Okay, that's interesting. So with the feet, you don't have nothing comes to mind with that?
I mean, I don't like feet, but...
You don't? Why not? You don't like your own feet?
Anyone's feet, they're just gross.
You think feet are gross?
Yeah.
Why is that?
They smell, they're on the ground all the time. Like,
Okay. But not all feet smell. I mean, some feet smell good. Like,
100%.
can you see how feet could smell good?
100%. Like, I remember out of the shower, fresh out of the
Yeah,
shower.
yeah.
But, like, genuinely speaking, like...
Generally speaking, okay.
Right.
All right, I'll take that. So, all right, let me explain to you how the two connect, all right?
Okay.
Do you have a therapist?
No.
Okay. So my therapist taught me something called dialectical behavioral therapy,
Okay.
DBT. Have you heard of that?
Sure.
So let's say, for instance, somebody has anxiety, suffers from depression or something. Let's say like a fear of approaching people, meeting people, making friends.
Yeah.
So with DBT, it's all about emotion regulation. So they'll advise you to go out and actually meet people, like to force yourself into that situation where you're going to feel uncomfortable
Okay.
about it. And then when you start to feel uncomfortable, you do these self-assessments.
Right.
Like you ask yourself, all right, in this situation, like, what's the worst that can happen? Is there a threat to my life, threat to my safety, threat to my health? If not, then you apply what is called opposite action and you engage instead of withdraw.
Okay.
Okay, and then by asking yourself what's the worst thing that could happen, the whole point of that is you want to imagine what's the worst thing that can happen and how would I cope with the situation?
Mm-hmm.
You know, how would I get through it? So you can prepare yourself for it.
Right.
And when you do that, you also apply mindfulness, which is about living in the present moment and thinking positively about the present moment.
Right.
Don't dwell on things that may have happened in the past that were negative, or don't think that something negative is going to happen in the future. Just live in the present moment and be positive.
Right.
So when she taught me that, a light bulb went off in my head for a YouTube channel. I was like, you know what? I'm going to talk about guys who have an attraction to women's feet. Women who have pretty feet. There are guys out there who like women's feet. But there's some guys that might, be hesitant or suffer like anxiety and telling women that, expressing themselves.
Right.
So this whole channel is about self-expression and like me interviewing different women to see how you feel about your feet, how you feel about guys that like women's feet. As an exercise of DBT.
I guess I don't like feet.
Yeah.
But
I know you don't like women's feet, or you don't like feet in general.
But like if a guy likes like
your feet,
then like depends on how hot they are.
It depends on what?
How hot they are.
Or how hot they are. Okay.
Or
that's reasonable, because some guys, we like feet depending on how hot the girl's feet is.
Right.
You're not gonna like all girls' feet because
right.
Some girls got pretty feet. That's how it is.
Yeah, it depends on whether I do my nails.
Yeah. So if a hot guy
right.
wanted to like take you to the nail salon, get you a pedicure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, wanted to massage your feet, kiss your feet, smell your feet, lick your feet, and all that.
Absolutely.
So that's a good attitude. So that's good.
Right.
All right.
But I wouldn't do that.
But you would be receptive to it. A guy doing it for you.
Right.
Gotcha. All right. So how do you feel about your feet? Why would a hot guy like your feet? What about your feet would be sexy to him?
Toenails?
Your toenails.
Because they're painted.
Okay. What about your toenails? Well, okay. Let's say without the paint. Just aesthetically, like your toe length, arches, the way they're shaped. Have you ever even thought about that?
Mm-mm.
No?
Maybe just like general structure. I feel like if you have like fat feet, obviously it's not going to be as attractive as if you have like very lean, like.
Do you have flat feet?
Fat.
Oh, fat. Oh, okay.
But no, I don't have fat feet.
Okay. You don't have fat feet? What about flat feet? Like you have an arch in your.
Yeah, I have an arch.
That's good. We like arches. Okay. Is your big toe longer than the rest of your toes? How about this? Can we see your feet? I will put you on the spot. I'm gonna tell you what we like about feet, and look at your feet and tell you what we like.
I'm not done or anything right now.
Like I said, as far as toenail polish, me personally, I don't care about toenail polish. I look mostly as whether like they got like a nice arch toe length, whether they're kept nice,
Yeah, they're not kept very nice right now.
You don't think so? What's the matter with them? Besides the toenail polish.
No, I just don't want to take my shoes off.
Let's
right
do
now.
one step. Can we see your feet with your socks on so I can see if you have an arch or not?
Yes.
All right, let's do that. Baby steps. All right. So wrapping things up, what did you think about this experience in this interview?
I've never on campus. There's like YouTubers been on campus, but I've never had someone come up and be like, "Hey, let's talk to you about mental health and feet."
Yeah,
I was not expecting this.
I got a nice little niche on YouTube.
I know, and I was just like, huh, like. I'm down to do whatever, but yeah, okay. So I was just surprised.
All right, was it a pleasant experience?
Absolutely.
All right, awesome. Is there anything about the interview that could have been better? You have any critiques? What do you think about my demeanor, my approach to you, and the whole interview process? You have any critiques or suggestions that could make it better?
I'm trying to think. I'm super laid back, but maybe when you approach girls.
Yeah.
Tell them just interview. Don't say the feet.
Really?
Mental health. Yeah, because I feel like as soon as I guess because I was kind of intrigued. I was like, what? He just has to see my feet. What about feet?
Yeah.
I guess you could. Either or, I guess.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't really change it.
Say again?
I wouldn't really change it.
You wouldn't change anything? Okay. All right. Well, thank you for your feedback. Yeah. All right. Any parting words?
Any what?
Parting words. You have any? Anything to say to other people?
Just be you.
Positive, be you. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, thank you very much for
Absolutely.
your time and energy. Take care. Good luck with your studies.
Thank you.